Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Paychex State Tax Forms. This tutorial will walk you through the process of understanding and completing these forms first. It is essential to know that Paychex is a payroll service provider that helps businesses manage their payroll and tax compliance. To get started, you need to understand the different types of state tax forms. These include withholding tax returns, quarterly tax returns, and annual tax returns. Withholding tax returns are used to report the amount of state income tax withheld from employee wages. Quarterly tax returns are used to report the amount of state income tax withheld from employee wages on a quarterly basis. And annual tax returns are used to report the total amount of state income tax withheld from employee wages for the year. Next, you need to gather the necessary information to complete the state tax forms. This includes the employer's state identification number, the employee's state income tax withholding information, and the total amount of wages paid to employees. You can obtain this information from your payroll records or from the Paychex website. Now, let's go through the step-by-step process of completing the state tax forms first. Log in to the Paychex website and navigate to the Tax Forms section. Select the state tax form you need to complete and click on it to open the form. Fill in the required information, including the employer's state identification number, the employee's state income tax withholding information, and the total amount of wages paid to employees. Once you have completed the form, review it for accuracy and submit it to the state tax authority. It is essential to note that the deadlines for submitting state tax forms vary by state. So be sure to check the deadline for your state to avoid any penalties. Best practices for completing Paychex state tax forms include ensuring accuracy and completeness of the forms, submitting the forms on time, and keeping a record of the completed forms for your records. It is also essential to stay up to date with any changes to the state tax forms and deadlines to ensure compliance. In conclusion, completing Paychex state tax forms is a straightforward process that requires gathering the necessary information, completing the forms accurately, and submitting them on time. By following these steps and best practices, you can ensure compliance with state tax laws and avoid any penalties. Remember to always review and understand the specific requirements for your state. And do not hesitate to contact Paychex or a tax professional if you have any questions or need assistance.